Second. Okay. Oh, somebody caught the black lightning too. Get out of here. Get out of here. Shalom, family. What's going on? And they caught the us. Okay. All right. See what's going on in school. So, uh, um, let's see. Just got a couple announcements to make. All right, that joint is still up there. All right, that one is moving up. All right, I see you moving up. I see it moving up. Checking out that I want to first talk about this last recent lesson that I put up on how to study the Bible for those that have been watching it. I see quite a few people have been checking it out in the school. Yeah, I see y'all love that. Which side is the most high on video? That joint is still at the top right now in the school. Then you got Halloween. Then God doesn't love everybody. Yeah, I love that lesson, boy. And that is that's an archive. So, what I want to talk about real quick is so good news. We got 119 people that are signed up in the school, which is a blessing, a beautiful thing. We're only 1 month in, which is really good. So all praises to that. Thank you guys for those have signed up within the past month. I truly appreciate that. Um, Respecting the work that I do and the extent that I go to, man. So thank y'all for supporting, and for those that have been buying, like, the movies and stuff like that. Thank y'all for supporting my work, man. You know. Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Deep history, right? Yeah, I had to bring that information out so our women, can understand why, that mentality is pushed out, you know, and it really makes really makes things hard. It really makes the relationships hard, because we are destroyed as a people. Our men are destroyed, our women are destroyed. So, we view each other in negative lights because what's constantly being shown on television, you know. I'm so happy that my video could have done that for you. So all praises to the Most High on that note. You know, it's all about the knowledge, man, and the information. I was sharing. Yeah, I know my coworker. This coworker, man, I love her, man, and I say that with so much respect for her being an older woman, and she's like a grandmom now, and just being a sister. And I mean, even though she's a Christian, she's Christian minded, but I still love her. I still have this deep connection with her, you know, and it's just like, even though she has her view, she's a, she hasn't really, she's not one of those unbearable Christians that you just cannot talk to. You know what I mean? Shalom, family. Shalom, y'all. Yes, that is true. Our enemies are the reason why our women act the way they do. That is a big part of it. Big, big, big part. Um, but yeah, man. Shalom, family. Shalom, shalom to everyone that's coming on the feed, coming on the live. Um, but yeah, man. Um, but yeah, this my coworker, man. Like I said, I passionately love her, and that's why I stay after work. I talk with her. Or I talk with her any chance I get to share the truth, because I know she is not so much closed off to the truth. Where like most Christians, you can't really even share anything because they got this one track mind, and it's just way off, you know. But um, I was sharing some deep things with her, about the scripture and understanding it, because she's like, I'm telling her, the New Testament, she's all about the New Testament, and like, Christ did away with that, and it's like, so we don't have to. And I was like, no, no, sweetie, no, the Mashiach, nah, he was talking about the Old Testament. He never disrespected the Old Testament. You know, none of it was always going back to the Old Testament. I'm like, how? What you think they were teaching at this time? They were not teaching the New Testament. They had the Old Testament. That's why I always referred back to as it was written, as it was written. And it just showed me, wisdom is very important. And as a Christian, that's not what they give you. They don't give you these understandings. They give you just uh these little sayings and phrases that all these Christians seem to be repeating. It's just like being a part of these camps out here. They all have these sayings of man, you know, that they follow. And it just throws your wisdom of the scriptures and what is true off. So I was sharing with her, it's like, you need to get an understanding of the word. You need to know who you are. I'm like, yo, we are royal seed. We are holy people. We are, because I was like, that first thing I had asked, I'm like, do you know what that scripture means when it says, I prepare a table for you in the midst of thine enemies, you know? And immediately she said, I feel, and I was like, no, sweetie, no, 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 no. Let's just stop right there. The scripture is not about how you feel and your opinion. Shalom, shalom. Thank you. Good to see you too. Thank you for joining the team. And I was just like, nah, man. We have to stop putting our own vain opinion, and that's where she got into the whole. Oh, Christ said, he came to do away with that. Because I'm like, yo, where do you think we at right now? We amongst our enemies. We're scattered, and I'm like, well, and I'm like, yo, the Christian mindset is just horrible. It's like a real, it's like a disease, man. You're really dealing with a diseased mind when you talk to a Christian. That's how I see it. This person has a mental disease on them, and I'm saying that not to even be funny, but on some realness, like this spirit of deception, spirit of lies coming from these establishments. And see, it goes into something else where we hold what we see on TV and what is promoted to us as something with as a value, or this is respected because it's on TV. This is respected because it has, a building and an office. Even though our enemies set these things up, we look at it as, you know, they got to be telling the truth because they have money and they're, supposedly respected amongst their own people. You know, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. But you know, we still have to. I don't follow GOCC, and I don't think GOCC is a good camp at all whatsoever. When I first came into the truth, I found out they was screwed up. So nah, I wouldn't suggest them. You know, and definitely would not uh, suggest IUIC. All right, unless you want to be worshiping the devil with these guys. Um, One camp I would recommend is Chosen Seed. I respect them brothers. Chosen Seed. I'm glad you dig the lesson. All praises. You know how I use my movie clips and stuff like that to get a point across. So don't get too caught up in that. It's almost like just getting a message across at the same time to help the understanding. And that's all. You know. Yeah, it's definitely not easy though, man. Keeping the commandments in captivity, but we got to fight for that. You know what I mean? We got to fight for that. Did y'all check out? Please tell me y'all watched the How to Study the Bible lesson. Please tell me y'all watched that, because I hate y'all talking about the wickedness of a woman, but of course I know the females gonna definitely go straight to those lessons. But please tell me y'all watched that. I know a couple. I know people been watching it though, for sure. Because it definitely moved up on the list. Yep. What the heck? Um, no, I don't really know that camp like that, but I do recommend Chosen Seed. Love the brothers. Those brothers I know. GUCC I don't recommend. That I wouldn't even know about that camp. That I don't know. Not too sure about that camp. Um, Thank you though. I don't watch camps like that honestly, so I can't even really recommend. The only camp, like I said, I can recommend is Chosen Seed. I got a lot of respect for them brothers. Um, Definitely. I run from grace. Okay. Nice assumption. See, it's a good recommender. Okay. I don't, but some people are recommending the seed of Israel as well. But I definitely recommend chosen seed. Chosen seed. They actually the first group I watched on Esau that was not saying Esau's the white man. First group. Yeah. If you're following a camp that pushes um Esau is the white man, you really gotta check that group, you know. And I'm not saying everything that they could be teaching is off, but if the camp, if a camp is teaching Esau as a white man, you gotta really check. You gotta really check them because it ain't right. It ain't right, and that's a big misconception. You know, but true indeed. Yeah, if a camp is teaching Esau as a white man, ah, they gotta continue to study, man. That's all I can say. Continue to study, man. But on another note, so we got 119 people in the school. Um, the lesson is done. How to study the Bible. I hope y'all check that out. No doubt, no doubt. I remember you made mention of that before. I didn't know he was killed for teaching the truth. I don't believe in Jesus Christ, meaning, number one, I don't believe in that name. Okay, if you're a Christian, that's you. However, I have many things against Christianity because Christianity does not teach the truth. Okay, um, but Jesus Christ was not even his name. Matter of fact, since you're on here, I have the 1611. Okay, for the Christian that's in this feed, this is a 1611 King James Bible. You know what they were calling him in this book? It was Esus. It was not Jesus. That letter was invented 400, 500 years ago. Okay? So, got to do your research on things. Okay? So, when you say you believe in Jesus, a couple hundred years ago, that was not his name. Matter of fact, let's. Let me see if I can find a passage. Do 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 do. Okay. we need understanding. Seriously, we need big understanding today. We need deep understanding today. And nobody's going to really teach us the truth or much of anything these days. Okay? So look, right here, for the Christian, okay? All right, so if you're a Christian, this is for you. Bring it a little closer. Right here. Right where my index finger is. Matter of fact, let me mess with the camera real quick. Back it up. You can see there's no J there. There's an I, basically. If y'all can see that. So, his name was not Jesus Christ. I have the Hebrew, I have the Sepha. His name was not Jesus. Okay, so don't be too proud. Okay, don't be too proud in what you understand already. Okay, because as I said, Christianity, the Catholic religion, the Christian or the which is the mother of these Christian churches, they're not teaching the truth. Okay? I teach the entire Bible. The entire Bible. Not New Testament, not Old Testament. Okay, I teach the entire Bible. Majority Old Testament, but I stick within the scriptures, period. I even teach, just to add to that, matter of fact, let me show you here, back in this book, just to confirm to you, this is why Christianity is lost today. You see the name of this book right here? This is called the Apocrypha. You ever heard of that? You ever heard of the Apocrypha? This Apocrypha was in the middle of the book. You had the Old Testament, you had the Apocrypha, you had the New Testament. They took this book out. So in the regular King James that's being printed today, they took it out. The question is why? Why would they take it out? So I have that here as well. You should get this. You should definitely get this. Okay? Definitely get the Apocrypha if you don't have it. Once you get the Apocrypha, you are going to understand why they took it out. You're going to understand, okay, well, you have it. All right, so you understand. Then you should understand a number of things. So you should definitely read it. Definitely read it. Matter of fact, I'll read one for you. How about that? I'll do you one better, and I'll read one verse for you. I'll read two things for you. One from here, and then I'll read an Old Testament verse. Okay? Just so you see the big agenda. Okay? But definitely, please join the school. The lesson I have up, the recent lesson I have is called How to Study the Bible. Really dope. But I want to read the scripture, and then I want to read another scripture first. Okay. So if you have the book, first go to Deuteronomy chapter 32, 26. All right. So if you go to Deuteronomy, and then we'll hold that, and then we're going to go to the book of Baruch. All right. This is in the Apocrypha, Baruch. All right. Just show y'all some things real quick since I'm here. So starting with Deuteronomy chapter 32. All right. I want to read something. I'm going to this is just to show you why, just a small example of why this book was taken out. All right. And it is basically going to confirm my point. So in Deuteronomy, Old Testament, which is not old because these prophecies are still being fulfilled in the Old Testament. When you read and study the Old Testament, you'll understand that it's not old. It's just that the white man label it old, but it's not old because a lot of these things are not even fulfilled. They're not fulfilled. They're not done. All right. So that's where the big misconception and deception comes from Christianity. All right. So Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 26, and it says, I said I would scatter them, the Israelites, into corners, right? Into corners. I would make the remembrance, keyword, remembrance, the memory of these people, of them to cease, means to stop. All right. That's it, from among men. So the memory of the Israelites would cease. The remembrance of these people would cease. All right? That would cease. And it's clear because nobody can locate the 12 tribes, the American government. Okay? Matter of fact, let's do one better. Your Christianity, Christian government, the Catholic Church, and those that set up the church, they do not teach about the 12 tribes of Israel. Even though it's in the book, all throughout the book, it's in end time prophecies, the book of Revelation, they don't teach about these things. So don't be so hype about Christianity because they ain't teaching about where these people are. Now, the Most High said right here in the word, he would make their memory to cease. And we see ain't nobody talking about it but the people themselves that are waking up right now. Okay. So now we're going to go to the Baruch, the missing book you haven't read yet. Okay. Baruch chapter 2. All right. And verse 30. All right. And it reads, for I knew that they would not hear me, the Most High's people, because it is a stiff-necked people. Right. But in the land of their captivities, slaveries, they shall remember themselves. So, who are these people that are in the land of their captivities, their slavery? These are God's children talking. God, the Most High, is talking about his children that in the land of their slaveries, where they were carried captive, they would remember themselves. Who are these people? It is not your European Jewish man today who claims to be from either one or two tribes. Okay? So don't get caught up in Christianity because they do not talk about the 12 tribes of Israel when it's all throughout the Bible. And that's how I know Christians do not read the Bible. Christians will be so hyped up about Jesus this, Jesus that, and not even saying things that quote unquote Jesus even said. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even talk about things that the Mashiach, how Mashiach even said. The link is in the description of this video. Okay, if you want to join, the link is in the description of this video, or you can email me at g-prophet@gmail.com and I'll send you the link. But the link is right there in the description of this video if you wish to sign up, okay? But yeah, the Christian, they don't talk about things that the Mashiach said. You're very welcome, very welcome, very welcome. Okay. Let me bring out something else. Because I was talking with a Christian woman today. I don't know what doctrine they teach about that. Because I don't really follow the Christian doctrines too tough. But one thing I would like to pull out, as far as the Christian doctrines are concerned, because the woman told me today, my coworker, and I love her, man. I don't know. I love her because how she is I love her as a person, as a sister, you know. So it's like, and this is why we got to teach with love too. You know what I mean? Even though a lot of our people lost and they just need, don't get me wrong. Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely. But I don't do the free no more. I don't do the free no more. Been taken advantage of. I've been doing free for years. For the kind of work that I do, I might as well not even do the work that I do. The type of work that I do, the video work that I do, I might as well not even do it if it's going to be free. So, now if you wanted to get with me and come learn with me, that would be free because I do it all the time. Like I said, this woman at my job, I'd spend 2 hours after work just talking with her or trying to show her scripture. You know what I mean? Because I really genuinely care about this person. But she said something about the Mashiach, like, oh, he came to do away with it, and like Christ came to give us new life and do away with it, and do away with the Old Testament. And I was like, what? Really? Because I never read that. I never read where the Mashiach came to do away with the Old Testament. When that was something that he was actually teaching. Okay. But thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Yes, the Mashiach came to fulfill, but most importantly, let me go to 24:44. All right. You ain't really missed much, sis. You ain't missed much. So in Luke chapter 24, verse 44, right? I want to make a connection though. I want to make a connection. Love connection. Oh, by the way, just so y'all know, I am now making music now. I was just in the studio yesterday. Okay, so I will be coming out with a 5-song album. Okay, I will be putting out a 5-song album for those that wish to support. I'm back into the music, not for the music industry, but for my purposes, my teaching purposes, my awakening purposes. Okay. So I just want y'all to know that. Yes, an EP. There you go. 5-song EP. Let's get it. All right, let's get her. Yep. For those that was on my Facebook and y'all see me live in the studio, yes, I will be working on a 5-song EP. So we'll be working on that music now. I have a lot of dope topics. I'm gonna be touching on a lot of dope things I'm gonna be talking about. Yep, I see somebody signed up. All praises to the Most High. Appreciate that. Once again. So definitely this is gonna be a lot of new material. You know, this is the new me. So definitely look out for that work. And just so y'all know, music is how I started. For those that might not know, this is how I started. Music is what got me here to do the creative work that I do. I'm going to say that. The creative ability that I use in my teaching, stems from music, okay? So just want y'all to know that. This has a beginning, an origin, all right? But let's go here. Luke chapter 24, verse 44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled. All things must be fulfilled. This is for the Christians. All right. All things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses. Okay. Law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me, the word. All these things must be fulfilled. So you got to study those books and see what's been fulfilled and what has not been fulfilled. So if you find something in the Old Testament, in the Psalms, in the book of the prophets like Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, if you find things in those books that are not yet fulfilled, then you cannot say that Christ did away with everything. Because he's telling you here, you come to fulfill these things. So if these things are not fulfilled, then you have a problem. And you have been learning from false teachers, false institutes, false government. And you really have to check where you're learning from, you know? G-the-prophet at gmail.com. All right, G-the-prophet at gmail.com. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Yeah, so I'm getting back into the music, but I'm doing it for teaching purposes. Of course, I love music, but I'm using this uh, um, avenue to reach so I could get back in on the underground and reach those people and bring this light and this truth to those that may be still in dark places, as I once was, you know, performing and trying to make it. And I've made it. I've done a lot of things, deals on the table, songs, been in movies. I've done a lot of great things, but I chose to step out because I didn't want to serve the devil. I hated that. And I really wanted some truth and some value, you know. And the Most High had to bring me out, show me some things so that I can make better decisions, you know? So, you know, yes, all praises to the Most High, man. We are being freed from deception. And sometimes, and this is why I say, if you've been punished, if you've been afflicted, if you've been shalom sis, I see you. How you doing? If you've been afflicted, or if you've been chastised, or ever gone through something in your life and you didn't really understand it, it's those moments, and I was afflicted. I was going through things, I was dealing with things, and it brought me to the scriptures, and it brought me to seek higher wisdom. And on that note, I found it because I was seeking, and I humbled myself. I humbled myself, and I asked the Most High to use me and to take me to another level. And with that, with me asking for it, He brought it upon me. He put the Spirit upon me. He brought it upon me, and gave me wisdom. And I sought wisdom, and I learned, and I spent my money to gain more wisdom on top of that. So when you're dealing with something, especially when the Most High puts something on you, or allows something to happen to you, don't take it bad. We have to really take it with a grain of a lot of, not a lot of salt, with salt and with wisdom. We have to take it with wisdom. That's what the scripture says. Whatever come upon you, take it cheerfully. And when you are brought to a low esteem, take it cheerfully, y'all. We have to take it cheerfully. And this is the understanding that this fire that's being brought upon you, okay, this fire of adversity, making you come forth as gold, okay, making you come forth as something precious, burning whatever sins and whatever that you may still carry off you. And now you're waking up, you're seeing the glorious light and the glorious truth, because it's a battle out here every day, man. It's definitely a battle, you know. So you got spiritual entities out here lurking, seeking whom they may destroy, and you got these devil worshippers constantly conjuring up these demons, getting all this knowledge from these demons of how to oppress people, oppress us, keep people just in general deceived, destroyed. Uh, True indeed, true indeed. And it's funny, I'm 35. I'm 35, man. Most people think I'm 25, but I'm 35, just off the record. So on the record now, but I'm 35, y'all. So, but I can still blend in. I can still blend in, y'all. But, all praises, thank you. So yeah, my mission is to make that music. I got a couple nice ideas, um, a couple song ideas. We awoke now. Who am I? Finding Hebos, choices, deception, wickedness of a woman. I think Return of the Most High or something like that. But I got a nice selection of names and titles for some songs I want to do. All praises, all praises. Yes, email me about that information because I have a VIP. The VIP comes with the class, with the school and the movies together. So email me on that, and then I'll just we'll discuss that. I'll get back to you after the feed, after the live. Definitely, definitely. Um, so thank you, sis. This Asian lady, she every day, man, she's so funny, man. I be recording her sometimes. She just come in, she's like, handsome. She makes me laugh, man, so much. But so I'm using my talent in the music. I want to get back into the music, but once again, not for to be big in the music industry, anything like that, but to get into the underground to bring this truth into these little dark places and show people that, yo, this is what I've come across, this is what I've learned. Check this out, check that out. This is what I'm doing. If you're interested, to touch people. So if my music can touch somebody, if my lyrics, my song can touch somebody to see the light, to gain the truth, then I've done my work. So I'm definitely putting out a 5-song EP. All right. Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. It's funny because I got songs I did 10 years ago, man. I have this one record called New World Order. I did this song 2010, 2011. And if you hear it right now, you'll be like, did you just write that? You know, I got a lot of, great stuff, man. So, I got a couple good song titles and ideas to push that I want to wake people up with, man. You heard it before? You heard my last CD? Um, I think the Most High, when it comes to that, it really depends. It really depends because I'm gonna tell you this much. That's a good question though that you asked, and before I came into this truth, I mean, we all sinners, but before I came into this truth years ago, the Most High does wink at sinners, and He requires us to learn, right? But the Most High does have mercy on the pure hearted. If you come in all honesty to the Most High and you're praying, you might not be the most knowledgeable person. Yes, we're all sinners. So when you ask that question, does the Most High hear the prayers of sinners? It kind of you kind of have to weigh the balance with that because you don't know what person that is. You don't know where he's at with the Most High. So I'm just want to give an example. You know, uh, Before I came into this truth, I had a situation where I was going to college, and this is this is just a situation, and actually a miracle, which proves that the Most High does hear the prayer of sinners, but is to what extent that you will be willing to go through to reach the Most High. Okay. Okay. My Reverb Nation. Yeah, Reverb Nation at reverbnation.com/G dash. Okay, that's what's up. So this is a miracle. I'm gonna give y'all a short miracle in my life. This is why I believe in the Most High so much before I came into the truth. And this is why I cannot give up this truth no matter what I go through. So I was I was living on my own. I was out there. I was going to college, and I was struggling at this time, really struggling. And all I knew, because I had a Christian mindset, meaning all I knew was Christianity. I didn't know anything else. Not that I was a part of Christianity, not that I was going to church, but all we learn out here in these streets, and from our mothers, our grandparents, they just say Christ. They that those people that do go to church and have that deception of church, they speak these things. You see it on television. So we all have a mindset of Christianity because what's being pumped out to us, what our parents are repeating, what the Christian churches are saying in the streets, and what TV and radio is pushing out. So we all get hit with this spirit of Christianity. All right. So what I was taught, which was a good tactic, I was taught to pray and fast, okay, which has made a difference when I prayed. So, and I had the Christian mindset, mind you. So this is just an example that the Most High does hear prayers, but it is to what extent you are willing to go through to reach the Most High, okay? And the Most High, even though you may not have a lot of knowledge, it's about your sincerity. Are you being sincere? Do you really want the Most High's help? Do you really want to seek the Father? That's what it's about. And that's where the difference comes in. With just somebody just praying or somebody who really need help, who really want the Most High's help. All right. So I was now check this out. Check this out. I want to share this story with y'all. Very welcome, family. Very welcome. Very welcome. So I was in school trying to finish my last semester or whatever for my associates, and I was struggling, and I needed books to pass this class, right? I needed books to pass this class, and I was like, yo, if I don't get books, because I didn't have any money, so I was like, if I didn't get books to if I don't get books, I'm not going to fail. If I don't get buy these books that I needed for class, I'm going to fail. I'm going to need to drop out of school, right? Now, I'm not giving school credit here. I'm just saying I was in need to do something, and the only thing I knew to do was to pray and to fast. Now, check this out. So, um, then Friday came. I didn't have any money to buy my book, so I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna. Now, matter of fact, a week before that, I prayed and I fast that whole week. I didn't eat anything from 6 in the morning till 6 in the afternoon. That was my fast time, and I was praying. Okay. Now, mind you, I'm a sinner here. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I got you. I got you, sis. I got you. So, and I didn't have the knowledge of the Most High. I didn't know Torah. I didn't know nothing. I was just had this quote unquote mindset of Christianity, but all I knew was to pray and fast. Okay. And I was being honest from the heart. See, the Most High is dealing with the heart and the mind. You don't gotta have a lot of knowledge dealing with the Most High, even though you need this knowledge. But the Most High is gonna look at your heart and your sincerity, your honesty. All right. So I was praying, I was fasting that whole week. That Friday came. Hear me out. This is one of the biggest miracles in my life. One of the biggest. This showed me that the Most High hears prayers. You hear me? He hears prayers. He will hear you. But it's to what extent that you will go to reach him. So that Friday came. Check this out. It's a big miracle, y'all. That Friday came. I was like, all right, I don't have the money to buy the books. I guess I'm gonna drop out. So I said to myself, let me go on a bathroom break, go get a drink of water, whatever. So I'm like this. I'm walking out the classroom like I guess I'm dead. I guess this is it for me. So as I'm walking, like life is over for me, I see somebody walking ahead of me. I see this teacher, but I see her back. Now, mind you, I'm in college now. This has been 6 years after high school or whatnot, right? So I see this teacher walking ahead of me as I'm walking into the bathroom with my head down, and I see and hear this teacher. She's talking to a student. So but I recognize the voice. Dig that. I recognize the voice. So I started following them, not on some creep stuff, but just to make sure this person is, the person that I'm hearing. So I say, hey, Miss St. Jean, this is an old teacher. This is my eighth grade. This is my ninth grade teacher. She was my ninth grade teacher. Okay, dig this. Follow me, y'all. So I say, hey, Miss St. Jean. She turns around. She says, Gerard. I'm like, oh. I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? Mind you, this is college. She was my ninth grade teacher. I'm like, what the heck are you doing here? I've been in this school for 4 years and I've never seen you here. You know what I'm saying? I never seen her here. She's a high school teacher. What are you doing here? So I told her my story. I told her my situation. And she bought my books. And I was able to finish. Do y'all follow me? She bought my books. I was able to finish and pass. Okay? The funny thing about this story is, what was she doing at that time in my life? I ain't even done with the testimony yet. What was she doing at that moment in my life? Mind you, I was going to this college for 4 years and never seen her. She was my high school teacher. What is she doing at that moment? At that time, I'm walking to the bathroom and she just happens to be walking in front of me. I haven't seen her in about 6 years. And this is the moment where I'm like, I'm going to die if nobody helps me. Yes, the Most High is on time. But let me show you something else. This same teacher, follow me. This same teacher, and this is why y'all going to see why I do what I do, why I believe in the Most High the way I do. All right? Right here. This same teacher was at the beginning stages of me doing poetry in ninth grade, eighth grade, ninth grade. And as I was leaving that high school, I was because it was like a high school, it was like a junior high school together. And as I was leaving, she said, she was like, you know what? When I know you're leaving, you're gonna go to a different school, but I was so talented in writing poetry. She had introduced me to writing poetry and all these things. She was like, yo, listen, when you graduate high school, let me know. I'm gonna keep your number, contact with you, and then and if you graduate high school, I want to give you 2 tickets to go to France. This is the same teacher now. Keep this in mind, because we had lost contact. She said, when you graduate high school, I'm going to contact your parents or contact you, and I want to give you 2 tickets to go to France. Okay, because that's where I always wanted to go. And I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, my life was hard at home. I had a hard upbringing. My life wasn't easy for those that watch my life story, okay? I had a difficult childhood with my mom and stuff like that. And I was kicked out on my 18th birthday, a few months before I graduated high school. But I still graduated with nobody there for me, no parents, graduated Madison Square Garden, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So when this eighth grade, ninth grade teacher had called my mom to see if I was there, to see if I graduated, to give me that blessing, my mom said, he don't live here no more. I wasn't living there no more because my mom kicked me out my 18th birthday. I wasn't living there no more. I was struggling, going through what I was going through. And I missed that blessing. I missed that blessing at that time. So now when I need the Most High, fast forward 6 years later, follow me. 6 years later, when I'm calling out to the Father, like, yo, I need this help. I'm giving up my food. from the morning to 6 hours in the afternoon, not eating, just praying, hoping the Most High help me graduate, help me pass, and get me these money by these books. I end up bumping into this same teacher that I missed that blessing, and I never had a number to call her, didn't know what happened, but she just happened to be here on this day in my life at that time. Why? Why? Because the Most High hears our prayers. And if you are honest, and if you really want to seek the Most High, He will bless you. He will. He will. And that was one of my greatest miracles. That's just one. She was there. I told her my story. And at that moment when I seen her, I already knew it was from the Most High. Because I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know she's going to buy my books. I know because this is the woman that promised me 2 tickets to go to France years ago. And she see me, she was like, oh, Gerard. She was like, like, told her my situation, and she got it for me. And boom. And I already knew it was the Most High who orchestrated that. He orchestrated that situation. The Most High did that. Ain't nobody else could have orchestrated such a situation. And the thing is, this is the beauty of it. He did it that way to let me know that he was listening. He heard me. Because he could have had anybody say, yo, here's some money, go get your books. But he had the same woman who had offered to bless me, who taught me the poetry, and who offered to bless me 6 years ago, come back in my path, at that moment when I needed his help to let me know that, yo, I heard you, brah. I heard you. I heard you calling. I see you. I'm here for you. Hello. Hello. The Most High is true. And this is why I believe in the word. Y'all, this is why I believe and I trust in the Most High. I am not nobody's perfect. We're all works in progress. But I believe in the Father with all my heart, with all my soul, despite my wrongs. I believe and trust in the word of the Most High. I believe and trust in the Spirit. Even if I didn't have a book, y'all, this is the point I'm making. With no wisdom and no knowledge, I still believed in the Father and that Spirit. And I prayed what I took from Christianity to fast and pray. So it's not about having all the knowledge to reach the Most High. It's about being honest, having a pure heart and being honest. Okay? The Most High gonna look out, man. So, and I'm not saying that knowledge is not needed because we do need to seek and understand. But the Most High will hear your prayers if you are sincere. If you are sincere and you're not trying to do any wickedness, you might not have any knowledge. But if you are sincere and you're praying and fasting, the Most High gonna hear you. That is without a doubt. Try it out. Try it out. I'm a walking testimony. And this is why I'm on the path that I'm on. And I'm not gonna stop. And this is why I'm trying to do all these different things to reach people however I can. Because I have many stories where the Most High saved my life. I have another testimony where the Most High saved my life. And I'm going to bring that out too as I'm going to share these things with y'all, man. So y'all see, call me prophet, call me whatever. I don't care about the name. People get caught up in the name. Oh, you call yourself a prophet? So what you think you a prophet now? Da, da, da. It's like, yo, it's just a YouTube name, man. I don't really care. I don't care. Like I'm not. That is beyond me. You know what I mean? It's all about, my faith in the Most High. Forget my name. You know what I mean? Forget my name. Look at my work. You know. So thank y'all, thank you so much. All praises to the Most High, man. All glory to the Most High. We all works in progress, man. And it's all about learning. Be honest with you, it's all about learning and seeking. You know, and the Most High gonna hear our prayers. That's why we gotta cry out. We gonna have to cry out. That's how He gonna return. We gonna have to cry out to be like, yo, we need you. And that's just what it is. That's the way He set it up, you know, because it's gonna all come back to that contract. We have a contract with the Father, you know, you know. So we most definitely, fam, most definitely, we have a contract with the Father. We have an agreement with the Father. It's just that we we lost, we destroyed. Our enemies are keeping us at bay from the Father. You know, so definitely email me on that, especially about certain movies and stuff like that. Email me at g-prophet at gmail.com. I'm definitely interested in that. So, all praises and glory to the Father, man, for keeping to His word. And this is why we got to glory in this. And it makes so much sense. That is about us. We got to glory in it. We got to be not prideful, but just have pride in the word and faith and love. And like, yo, this is us. This is our thing. This is who we are. Because that's that connection. That's that the Most High has a connection with His people. That's what He want. He want to glory in His people. We don't care about the other nations hating and all of that and all. This is what they've been built for. The Most High said it that way, you know. So most definitely, Ak, when you can, man, when you can. I ain't going nowhere, and that's why I set my thing up the way I setting it up. You know what I mean? Um, so it's all about that faith and that belief and of course the wisdom, man. And especially if we come together and we calling on the Father, which we gonna have to, and these devils raise up on us, it's gonna be hammer time. It's gonna be hammer time. And this is why they're afraid of you. This is why it was important to change your name, change your language, change your culture, change everything about you because you were God's people. You were God's chosen, and they understood that. They understood that, and I understand it with all my knowledge, with all my understanding that I have right now of everything. It makes so much sense why these people who were pagans, who were devil worshippers by default, they had to do everything they can to destroy God's people because the Most High put the spirit on them to do that. Oh, yes, it's going to be hammer time. It's going to be hammer time, you know? So, um, yeah, y'all, it's real. It's real. It's really real, man. You know? You could get what is that? I think it's the Hebrew English. The Hebrew English. But see, it's one of those things where it's like you could. but it's not the most important because we're gonna get the pure language. We're gonna get the pure tongue of the Father. Because a lot of our people scattered, we speak in different languages, even the I was just finding out about the Ethiopian Jews and their it's that Admar. I just downloaded that app and whatnot. Ethiopia is a place I wanna go to now. That's actually one of the places on my list now that I wanna go to Ethiopia, the Ethiopian Jews. But that's a whole nother thing, man. That's a whole nother thing getting into. But um, is the Hebrew English Bible? There's the Sefer. There's the Strong Concordance. There's many things that can help you to learn the language. There's many different tools that you could use. You know, Rosetta Stone. um, Shalom, shalom, fam. I'm here. I'm in the building. Y'all got me over the hour. But yeah, y'all. So basically, I just wanted to let y'all know. The school is moving. The school is growing now. We at 120 now. Somebody just had joined up. Um, really. We definitely living in the spiritual world, man. There is a realm. For those that don't know, I'm going to be digging into that. I'm gonna be doing a lesson on that too. Uh, I don't think so. I don't think I purchased that. Um, all praises. Keep praying for our people. Keep praying for our people, sis. Keep praying. Definitely. We all got to keep praying. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. Um, what was I going to say? So yeah, we have 120 right now with the school. Um, the lesson is up. How to study the Bible for those that checked it out. Um, definitely more work is coming. The next thing I'm working on, next couple things, I'm working on a couple things actually, is the Avengers movie. Um, it's gonna be really dope, really big. I'm working on the connections now. Got a couple connections already for that film. Big. These people, they cannot help to do. It's almost like a precept with these people, and that's why I call them video precepts because these people they do. It's just like the Most High, man. The Most High has His word. I am gonna do a video on the spiritual realm. Have um I have a lesson on quite a few things on that. Definitely gonna do a lesson on spiritual realm and certain things I want to show, like in the film Avengers. I might touch on a little bit of that actually. All right, in the Avengers movie breakdown. All right, um, but I'm gonna be working on the Avengers. I'm just about finished chopping it up, chopping the movie up to take out things that I'm gonna be showcasing in the film. If you haven't checked out The Lion King, please check it out. But couple more movies. Like I said, these people do things repetitively. Like the Most High says the same thing, but just somewhere else, and that's just how they do their work. Because you got the Most High and His truth, and then you have these devils and their truth, and what they continue to do repetitively. All right, all praises to the Most High, sis. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Because that's how we're gonna turn out precious than gold. um, See, check out my lesson. If I'm not sure if you're in the group, if you're in the school, but I do have a lesson called "We are not under the law, but the law still stands." So, with that said, there's a certain level of knowledge that you have to understand that. Because some people may think, oh, were you saying the law is done away with? We're not, we shouldn't keep the law. It's like, no, I'm not saying we're not supposed to keep the law. We're not under the law, but the law is not done away with. So, a certain level of understanding you have to understand what that even means, you know? I did break down the matrix. I did a crazy job on it, but that needs to be redone. Okay, some of my old movie breakdowns that go a little bit further back when I first began, I could definitely do it better. Um, so I will be doing that one over because I broke down all three of the Matrix movies. Actually, I did all three of them, but I will be doing them over because, of course, I'm better now, more wisdom now, you know. But definitely I will. You said that's on Netflix. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I'll check her out. I'll check her out. Yeah, it was all three of them I had on my old my old YouTube before they deleted it, man. But they were short. They were short. But now I see more. I've learned more. But yeah, Avengers. It's a very. It's like demonic. Definitely demonic. There's a lot of mockery going on in this with the movie. They always mocking the movie. That's what I'm saying. The word of the movie. If people ain't believing in the scriptures or believing there is a God, y'all better get with the program because these devils that's making these films, they hate the Most High to the point where they have to mock him and his people. Okay, all praises to the Most High on that one, and I am so happy for you. So happy for you. So happy for you. Shalom, family. Shalom. I see you. I see you. I see you. All praises to the Most High on that. Very welcome. All glory to the Father on that, man. And the Most High, He will do these things, you know. We just got to seek, you know. We just got to seek. The Most High said He's going to cure us. He's going to heal us. He's going to heal us from our wounds and all these things that we've been inflicted with, you know. The Most High said that. Um, but these devils, man, they're gonna continue to do what they do. But this movie breakdown is definitely gonna be dope. A lot of dope connections. Okay, interesting. Interesting TV show. Okay. So I'm working, man. I'm working, I'm working, I'm working. Y'all have a lot of ideas for me, man. This is great. This is beautiful, man. This is great. So I never run out of content and work to do. You know, this is great. This is beautiful. You know, and that's why I like to talk with y'all, man, and see what y'all opinions are, questions, and certain things, man. But definitely know that I am working on a lot of things. I'm in the midst of working on the Avengers movie, and then I got the Who is the White Man, and then I have another lesson in the midst also. So I'm just reviewing things, looking at things. But if you haven't, check out How to Study the Bible. That is up in the school. I haven't done one on that, but that is definitely a good idea. The Kingdom of Heaven, definitely a good idea. Great idea. Because a lot of people think the Kingdom of Heaven is just like you're gonna be up in the clouds and stuff like that. But that's not what it's really saying. Thank you, family. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I have no problem with that. I would love to speak at a retreat, man. Just send me a ticket, man, and I'm there. Send me a ticket, house me, and I'm there, man. Wherever y'all need me. If y'all want me to come to y'all city, y'all town, and do a teaching or whatever, book me and I'm there, man. Just hold me down, place to sleep, blah blah blah, some food, and I'm there. I bring my works, and I'm there. You know what I mean? I'm there. So hit me. I'm there. G-prophet at gmail.com. And I'm there. Because that's definitely one of my plans. I want to definitely travel and teach and stuff like that. The online thing is great, but I want to have my own physical school soon. See, this is where the support comes in. And definitely want to travel and share a lot of the knowledge that I do have that I've gained over the years, man. You know, so you said first class. Oh, really? I gotta check this person out, man. I gotta check Open Diary out. I keep saying me and her son are like, all right, maybe she's been watching me. But it's all good. Definitely, it's all good. I'm open to that. I'm open to that. But yeah, if y'all want to book me to come wherever the heck, I'm there, man. I'm there. Just make it reasonable for me. To get to wherever I need to go. You know. But I'm definitely working, y'all. So we got Avengers coming up. We got Who's the White Man coming up. We got another lesson coming up. Interesting, interesting. Okay, thanks for that info, family. Thanks for that info. Okay, okay. See, that's why I like talking with y'all, man, because y'all you share information, man. It's all about information. Most definitely, I like that. Bring me to your granddaddy church. They gonna kick me out of there. Who the heck is this? Who the heck is this guy? What is he talking about? I love my Jesus. Don't know, no, that's not my Jesus. Oh man. Oh man. Like I said, I was talking to this female, man, and she just Jesus thing on her, man, was just crazy. She didn't care nothing. It was just Jesus, Jesus. Jesus is God. Jesus is God. I'm like, woman, right here it says that I am not greater than my Father. What are you talking about? How is he God? He just said he's not greater than the Father. Like, yo, and I just showed you the verse. Jesus is God. Jesus is God. Oh my gosh, son. Exactly what that is. That is religion. You said it right. That's religion. When somebody does not want to think for themselves, somebody don't care about knowledge and research, somebody don't even care to read a passage. Matter of fact, you could read them the passage and they're going to still be in their own delusion about what the truth is. Jesus is God. I'm like, woman, I went to the extent to show this woman. And now I got to do a lesson on that. The Mashiach in the Old Testament. Jeez, I got to redo that. And that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That idea, man, it's like, yo, excuse me, it goes over their head You know, I love my pop, but he's a Christian, and you know, I remember I was talking to my dad. You know, this is just rare things, but I was talking to my dad because he's now so much. He's now like in my children's life now, and stuff now. Um, so I get to see him sometimes more than I've ever seen him in my life, which is weird. When you learn my story, and it's just like I really believe in that what the scripture says about being a babe. All right, definitely, brother. You have a good night, man. Take it easy. You heard? I see you, man. All praises to the Most High. I see you, family. Definitely have a blessed one, man. Um, you know, and I definitely believe in the scriptures dealing with the babes. And this is high knowledge we're dealing with. Coming to the scriptures, you're dealing with higher power knowledge. And when it comes to Christians, they are not taught to go above and beyond with their thinking, okay, and their knowledge. They are only taught at a line, a certain frequency. It doesn't go up and down or up and constantly going up. It's just flat line. You're dead. That is the frequency of Christianity. It's like straight line. Not, oh, I got a thought. Oh, you just showed me that. Oh, I'm learning. Oh. It's just straight Jesus, 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 take the wheel. Jesus, where you at? We might as well just singing. It's just Jesus. That's it. Jesus did away with it all. We ain't gotta think no more. We don't gotta use our brain. Jesus is doing that. What are you talking about, brother? You don't have to use your mind no more. Jesus did it already. Jesus is thinking for me now, okay? I don't gotta think. I don't gotta read. Jesus did it. He did away with it. That's it. I'm free. It's all up to Jesus now. It's like, yo, you living in your own body, your own flesh. What you mean, Jesus? You know? It's just like, yo. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Jesus. Jesus. It's like, yo, what the heck? That sounds like a dope lesson. It definitely sounds like a dope lesson. Fact, they worship the name Jesus, man. You know? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy sad, man. It's crazy sad. You can't tell them nothing. It's just Jesus did away with it. I ain't gotta read. Jesus did. He did away with all of that. We free now. Jesus nailed that to the cross. That's it. You know, Jesus did away with all of that stuff. So it's like, what the heck is the book for then? If Jesus did away with it, what is the book for? What are we reading for? What do we need this for then? We don't need this book. If Jesus did away with it, why do you have the book? Why is the book in the church? If Jesus did away with it, you don't need the book then. What's the point of having all of these words? Doesn't make any sense at all. You know? So thank the Most High for wisdom and knowledge and learning, because now we can see the deceptions, the liars, the devils, and the deceivers. And the deceivers. Now we can see all these things. You know? So, man, it's a beautiful day to be awoke. It's a beautiful day to be awake, y'all. All right. Yes. Yes. So it just makes sense why, the Christianity, and then when you think about what Christianity has done, killing people to keep their Christian doctrines going, Christianizing the holidays, Halloween, Easter, Christmas. These are Christian things that they have kept. Okay. And I can agree to that. I can definitely agree to that. You know, Christianity, they have the book. That's the weapon. They have the book, but there's no knowledge being taught, no understanding, no reality. That's the big kicker for you right there. You know, there's no reality in Christianity. You see me getting shot down. You see how people getting killed. And you're like, just believe in Jesus and it's going to be all done away with. You know, like what? What are you talking about? Real things are happening out here. Just believe in Jesus and you're saved, brother. Forget the fact we got enemies out here killing us, government killing us, poisoning us, raping us, taxing us hard. It's like, what you mean? God loves everybody. What you mean? Just believe in Jesus is gonna be all good? Nah, man. Nah. We need this understanding. We need this understanding, man. So anyhow, I've been on here for a minute, about to be 2 hours. I gotta get up early. But yes, emotional impulses, and that's what I told my sister today, man. Fact. They don't understand. And that's what I told the sister, man. I love this sister, man, but it's just like, oh my gosh. And that's why I had to pause her because she said, oh, well, I feel. I'm like, nah, sis, you gotta stop that. All right. You do if you talk about the word of the most high and we dealing with the word of the most high not dealing with how you feel. It's what you gotta come from the book. You know what I'm saying? Gotta come from the book, man. You sleepy, sis? I guess you have a good night then. I'm about to shut it down too, y'all. I'm sleepy myself, man. Y'all know the other night I had bags under my eyes, and I'm sure I got bags under my eyes right now, if y'all can see. Okay? So, it's all good though. But I just want y'all to know I'm still working. I'm gonna be adding up some more things in the school. I got the Avengers coming. For everybody that's in the school, you get 50% off the first movie breakdown that I'm gonna be doing since I started the school. So I told y'all that 50% off. All right, this breakdown should be done in like another uh, week or so, week or more, and then I have a lesson coming, and then I got Who's the White Man. I'm trying to have that for next month. All right, so I am about to shut it down. Facts, facts, definitely, definitely. Please email me about the school. If you're interested in the school joining up, please email me. Then I can plug you in. And also, if you want to go, if you want the VIP or you want to upgrade from the regular school to the VIP, just email me at g-prophet@gmail.com. Got a lot of work. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm doing a lot of things. I know I'm still working, but I see y'all definitely watching them videos. I definitely see y'all checking the work out. So that's a beautiful thing, man. Um, Thank you, sis. I'm gonna definitely try. I had some water. I'm gonna get some more water before I go to bed. um, and I feel you on that, family. Knowing that too makes me sick, man, about these devils and they plans, man. You know, and I be having nightmares about these things too, man. Tell your tell your man, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. So definitely saying good night to all. Wish y'all good night and blessings to y'all, man. Keep me in your prayers as I continue to do this work and with the best of my ability and with the gifts and talents, man, to do some great work. All right. And continue to grow in this thing, man. So peace and shalom to all of y'all, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Um, and let's keep it moving, man. And thank you. I need my rest. All right. So good night, y'all. Peace and shalom. We out of here.